Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, my name is Salima Kaluta.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a student at the Southern University of America. I'm doing my bachelor in business communication.
Oh.
So I want to do this video about the project which I'm working on, government and you.
Yes.
So I wanted to have your consent to be recorded, for me to use this recording solely in my student academic work. Do you have any question?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay.
Mm.
And I would like you to give your consent.
Okay, you got a green light. Go ahead.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Kadiogo Munganga.
Okay. I want to ask you some few questions about the American government.
Yes.
What are the three branches of American government?
Okay. To the best of my knowledge, I'm sure that it's worldwide.
Okay.
Most of the governments, likewise the United States of America government, has got three government branches.
Okay.
You've got the judicial branch, you've got the executive branch, and you've got also the legislative branch.
Okay. Hello, brother.
Hey,
My name is Salima Kaluta.
okay,
I'm a student at the College of America,
okay,
and I'm doing bachelor for business communication.
okay.
So I want to interview you about the recording which I'm gonna do about my project from school.
Okay.
It's about the government and you. That is the name of the project.
Okay.
So in this interview, I will be recorded the interview and use it as my academic work. Okay. Do you have any question?
So far, no, I do not have no.
Yeah,
no
because I
question.
would like to have your consent to be, for you to be interviewed and recorded. Do you give your consent?
Yes, can do that.
Okay. And what is your name?
My name is Oscar.
And do you give your consent to
Yes.
be recorded and interviewed?
Yeah, can talk.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to ask you some few questions about the USA government. Okay. What are the three branches of government? Actually, the USA government.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know much about USA government, but I can say because it's in Democratic Republic, which I know there is a three branch. There is a
Okay.
presidency, there is a parliament, and there is a senate.
And what does each branch do?
Yeah, presidency will rule over the country, over all the what am I say, all the institution. There is a parliament.
My name is Salima Kaluta. I'm doing this video about the government and you. I want to explain the three branches of government, which is the legislative branch, makes the law, executive branch is there to enforce the law, and the judicial branch is responsible for interpreting the law made by the legislative branch. And the legislative branch is the law-making component, but the executive branch grants the president veto authority, allowing the president to hold the legislative branch in line. The judicial branch interpreted the law enforced by the legislative branch may consider those laws unconditional, rendering them void. The executive one can also be declared by the executive branch, essentially proclaiming how such laws should be executed, but these orders can be deemed unconstitutional by the judicial branch. I see we have two parties, which is a Democratic Party and the Republican Party. The third party is a Libertarian Party. At the time of his election or during his term as president, the first president of the USA, George Washington, was not a member of any political party. In addition, he hoped that political parties would not be created as outlined in his faraway address, fearing confrontation. Nevertheless, from his immediate circle of advisors, the origins of the American two-party system arose. In this new party structure, Hamilton and Madison became the central leaders. It was the divided Federalist camp with Hamilton as the leader and Democratic Republicans at the helm of this political party, with Madison and Thomas Jefferson, that generated the atmosphere in which one's disgusting partisanship came into being. The Federal Party and the Democratic Republican Party were featured in the USA First Party system. Madison and Thomas Jefferson formed the Democratic Republican Party, which strongly opposed Hamilton's agenda. In 80s, the Jeffersonian came to power and the Federalists became too elitist to effectively compete. In the Northeast, the Federalists survived, but their refusal to support the War of 1812 was about succession and was a crippling blow when the war was well over. The Libertarian promotes a classic libertarian platform. In our political system, third party also play an important role by pushing major political parties to discuss new problems that they may not discuss as often in the past, and by taking away votes from one of the main political parties' candidates, third party candidates may also have a great effect on an election. And how the bill become a law. Here I see the bill become a law have 9 points. This is the first point. The bill is draft. A certain member of Congress who has an idea for a law may draft a bill either from the Senate or from the House of Responsibilities. We have the bill is introduced. Once the bill is drafted, is presented in the House of Representatives, is the sponsor, and in the Senate, if the senator is the sponsor. It can be found on the official government website, which is congress.gov. The third point is the bill goes committee. As soon as the bill is presented, it will refer to the committee. Both the House and the Senate have different committees made up of groups of members of Congress who are especially involved in various subjects such as F of foreigners relations. It is closely reviewed while a bill is the committee hands and its chances of passage by the entire Congress are calculated. The fourth point is subcommittee review of the bill. Subcommittees are grouped under committees and have additional expertise on a certain subject. Committees also refer bills and their own hearings to a subcommittee for review. The subcommittee will make amendments to the bill and must vote to refer the full committee back to the bill. We have the fifth point, which is committee markup of the bill. The committee will meet to mark up the bill after the hearing and subcommittee analysis are finished. The bill dies if a committee votes not to respond legislation to the full Congress chamber. It is reported to the floor whether the committee votes in favor of the resolution. This practice is referred to as ordering bill reported. We have the sixth point, which is voting the bill, the full chamber on the bill. There is an additional discussion and members of the full chamber vote to approve any changes until the bill hits the floor. The bill is either approved by the voting representative or rejected. The seventh point is the bill of the referral of the bill to the other chamber. It is referred to the other chamber when the House of Senate pass a bill where it generally follows the same path through committee and eventually to the floor. This chamber will accept, deny, disregard, or alter the bill as received to resolve a record to the differences between the House of Senate version of a bill. Congress may form a conference committee. If an agreement is reached, a conference report with the suggestion for the final bill will be written by committee members to approve the conference report. Both the House and the Senate must vote. We have the eighth point, which is the bill goes to the President. The bill is sent to the President after both the House and Senate have approved a bill in similar form. It is signed and become law if the president approves the legislation. They will veto the bill if the president opposed the bill. Furthermore, there is a pocket veto if no action is taken for 10 days and Congress is already adjourned. Here we see the ninth point, which is the last one, overriding a veto. If a bill is vetoed by the president, Congress will attempt to override the veto. If both the Senate and the House pass the bill by a 2/3 margin, the veto of the president is overruled and the bill becomes a law. Thank you very much.